Hey homeschool friends, welcome back to the channel. And so today's video, I have an unboxing video. You guys, I love new curriculum. I love getting it out. I love looking at all of it. I love sharing it with you guys. And so in today's video, I am unboxing my Sonlight curriculum for the 2024-2025 school year, which just seems crazy, but I'm so excited to share it with you. So let's just stop chatting and get into all of these boxes. So hi, my name is Angie. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, welcome back. If you've been coming for a while, all the things, right? So like I said, a Sonlight unboxing video. And so before I get into getting into these boxes, I do need to say a thank you to Sonlight for sending me two of the boxes, for sending the curriculum for my older two kids. I did pick up a few things for my younger kids, mostly just to kind of fill in some resources. So I will obviously be sharing that with you. But again, I am working with Sonlight this upcoming year to share with you the HBL-D, which is year one of American history, as well as a Science D. So a big shout out to Sonlight for sending these items. Let's get into the unboxing. I actually don't even know where to start. I think what I'll do, I think I'll start with the boxes that Sonlight actually sent me. So these, again, like I said, we are going to be doing HBL, so History, Bible, Literature, D. So this is the first year when the readers link up to the history. And so my two big kids will be reading historical fiction that goes along with the time period of what we're studying, which I just love. I feel like that will be really fun for them. So let's get into it. So the first things first, my big blue binder. You guys, I love these binders. I actually think I have a video on this channel where I set up last year's big blue binders. So if you're curious about kind of how best to organize your Sonlight materials, one, it's these things. They're just so well designed. And I don't carry these around with me. I have a smaller working binder, but that is what I use to store a lot of my materials. All right, so we have this book, The Constitution of the United States, the True Book. Okay, that looks good. Oh, the poetry. I wasn't even sure what the poetry would be. So this is a children's introduction to poetry. Listen while you learn about the magic words. Oh, this will be great. Oh, it kind of teaches more. Oh, I like that. Because in the past, we have been reading poetry since we've started Sonlight. And it's mostly just reading, and that's fantastic. But this sounds like a book that kind of teaches a little bit more about poetry. Okay, here's the welcome stuff. I did previously open these boxes. You saw that they were opened only because I like to look through them and check things off of my list, which I highly recommend doing the minute you get it because they have great customer service, but you still need to check your boxes. And so I did that. And then I have my timeline stickers for HBL-D. So these are for my two big kids. They're just gonna keep using their timeline books. And then I have some stickers. So the Intro to American History, year one of 2 stickers, which I love. The book stickers, they help organize my books on the shelves. And then this looks like the instructor's guide for spelling UC level D Americana, which for me, I'm not quite sure which kiddo I might use that with, but I'm still working on that. And then this one's What Are Waves? So this must be a science book. So I won't be able to quite tell you some of the, like, which ones are readers and which ones are read alouds. I just don't know that well enough. And they just kind of pack it all together. And then here's the student workbooks for spelling UC. Oh, and then I do have this. So this is Saxon Math 5-4. This is the tests and worksheets. So this will be for my daughter, my second born, going into 4th grade. My son is currently doing this program, so I already have all the other materials. I got the kit last year. And here is actually his 5th grade math. So what they did send me, I should have started with this, was the all subjects package, which included math, you can see here, as well as our HBL, HBL-D, as well as our Science D, and then spelling. I think those were the things that came with it. So I'm super jazzed about this. So this is the whole kit. It comes with the textbook. So this is what has all of the problems in it. It has some teaching in it. And then it has the solutions manual and the tests and worksheets. So really, of the kits, these are non-consumable, and this is the only thing that's consumable on a per year basis. So that's our math. Now, okay, we've got a lot of books. This is my favorite part. Okay, Costo, Blackfeet Twin Captures an Elk Dog. I remember reading this as a kid. I believe this is a reader for level D. Along with this one, I'm really sure this is The Sign of the Beaver by Elizabeth George. And then Carry On, Mr. Bowditch. I just love books. I'm going to stop looking at them. Timothy O'Dowd and The Big Ditch. so that's fun. And then we have Squanto, a Friend of the Pilgrims. We have Sarah Witcher's story. And then we have another Christian Heroes Then and Now. There's usually one per level, and this one is, I'm not quite sure how to say that first name, Adoniram Judson. And then we have Tulliver's Secrets, Sarah Plain and Tall. So many good ones. We have some bigger books. All right, put this one over here. Okay. Oh, then we have this one. Okay. I was super jazzed to see that this was a part of the Sonlight level. Is the DK Smithsonian American History of Visual Encyclopedia. This is just such a beautiful book. And we are partial to DK books. I like this style of learning. So this is kind of a spine. Will probably take us through both years of HBL-D and HBL-E. But this is The Landmark History of the American People from Plymouth to the West, Volume 1. So another, this looks a little bit more story format, potentially, but still lots of beautiful pictures and things. So there's that one. Oh, here's the science for Level D. So Level D experiments, we're learning about energy, waves, biological systems, earth systems, and engineering design. And then coding with Scratch 3.0. My son already does a lot of coding, but I'm sure there's some extra stuff he could learn in here. So that's box number 1. All right, box number 2. Ooh, yes. We got one of the lab books. Okay, I could have gotten 2, but my daughter is much more interested in crafty kind of things than my son is. And we found that out with the hands-on history kit this year. She just loves it, and he could take it or leave it. So I only got one of these lap books. And so I will be sharing this with you as we go throughout the year, how that is working for us, how she's liking it, things like that. And then we got the science kit, which, yep, for the Level D. And we can't live without this. I've talked about this in so many science videos, which I can link above, but we love the science through Sonlight, and the kit just really helps that out. Okay, here's some more books. So, Talking with Your Kids About God. 30 Conversations Every Christian Parent Must Have. Now we are reading the one that is Talking with Your Kids About Jesus. We're doing that this year in HBLC. So I'm happy with that. And then the Beginner's American History from Christopher Columbus to John Sutter. It's more black and white. We'll see how this is. I feel like that'll round out some of the encyclopedia as well. And then The Witch of Blackbird Pond. I've seen that on so many book lists in the homeschool community. And this is Jericho's Journey. Oh, I'm really excited for this one. The microbiologist in me is super pumped. So this is Fever, 1793. I've heard about this book for so long, and I've just wanted to read it and pick it up. And I love Lori Halls Anderson's writing. She's just very captivating in her historical fiction writing. And then this is Alamo All-Stars. That's good. Oh, it's a graphic novel. How fun is that? Oh, my son's gonna love that. And then The Story of Amstead. The Story of Amstead. Not sure if that's exactly how you say that. And then Lewis and Clark. I figured there'd be some Lewis and Clark. Lewis and Clark Expedition. So that'll be good. The Ship Pack School. That'll be fun. It's about Plymouth. Oh, and then there is these dive CDs that always come with your order if you get Saxon through Sonlight. And so this is for Saxon Math 5-4. 6-5, not 5-4. I do have 5-4, but there's 6-5 there. Some more books. Oh my gosh, you guys, we're gonna be reading so many good books. This is Blood on the River, Jamestown, 1607. Oh, I bet this is a read aloud. Okay. And then this is The Cabin Faced West. And then I have Peacemakers by Joseph Bruchek. Walk the World's Rim. The Corn Grows Ripe. We'll just finish out the readers and read alouds. Johnny Tremain, A Story of Boston in Revolt. Ooh, this looks like a mystery. So this is The Secret of the Sealed Room, a mystery of young Benjamin Franklin. My daughter's gonna love this. I'm gonna love this. We're both partial to mysteries. And this is Nea Nuki, A Shoshone Girl Who Ran. And then another one of these Marguerite Henry books. So I feel like these are part of the level 4 readers. And this is a different one. This is called Justin Morgan Had a Horse. They're all based on horses. And then some more science books. Oh, this looks good. It's another DK. See for yourself book. It's energy. And so, ooh, I feel like I could really dig into some of that stuff. That looks really cool. My son would really like that. He's really into that kind of stuff. And then here's another history one, the Bill of Rights, why it matters to you. So that'll be good, especially as we are getting into kind of an election year and all of the more politics stuff going on this year. And then the American Indian Prayer Guide book. So this, I believe, is part of the Bible. This is part of the Bible for the program. Okay. And then we have an Usborne book. You can't live without Usborne books. So Usborne Mysteries and Marvels of Nature. It's another internet linked book. We love the internet linked ones. It's always beautiful. And then there is this one, which is the Usborne Encyclopedia of Planet Earth. Love it. I really do. Science. Science. And then this one is the Thanksgiving Story. So that'll be good. I feel like I'm interested to see how this book tackles Thanksgiving and kind of everything around it. Okay, and then The White House is Burning. So this is August 24, 1814. Is this the War of 1812? The war that nobody ever thinks to talk about. I feel like we all learn about it, but then it kind of gets eclipsed by other things. So that's interesting. And then we have Phoebe the Spy. I'm pretty sure this is a reader. That one I can say for sure. And then this is the Illustrated Elementary Science Dictionary. Oh, that's nice, because we have just a regular dictionary, a kid's dictionary, which I really like, and the kids do too, but it's nice to have one that is based on science. So we have that now, which is exciting. And then I think we're going to get into a lot of instructor guides, which I'm excited. Now I get to set these all up. So this is Language Arts D. Oh, that was the other part. I knew I was missing something in my all subjects package. All subjects package come with HBL, History of Bible Literature, Science, Math, Spelling, and Language Arts. So this is Language Arts D, which I'm really excited to use with my kids, especially my oldest. I think my oldest will be ready for things like the dictation, as well as the creative expression and the writing prompts. So I'm excited to use that. And then we have extra science activity sheets. So next year will be the first year where I give my older two kids their own set of activity sheets, because we have been practicing this year having them fill it out themselves. So that's good. Oh, and then we have the planner, the homeschool planner by Sonlight. I made a whole video about this last summer, and I stand by it all. My opinion has not changed about the Sonlight planner. It works really well for me. It works really well for just Sonlight, honestly, because it already is 3-hole punched. It goes in my working binder. It goes in front of all of my instructor's guides. And so it's just seamless. It seamlessly fits with what I need it to do. So thankful that I got that. So here is the instructor's guide for HBL. So this is Intro to American History, Year 1 up to. All right, so excited. And then here is Science D, Energy, Waves, Biological Systems, Earth Systems, and Engineering Design. And then they always have within the science a biography of some sort. And so this one I've been really looking forward to, and it's Hedy Lamarr's Double Life, Hollywood Legend and Brilliant Inventor. I've seen this book floating around. I think it's just really well illustrated. I'm excited to hear more about how she did what she did. So excited for that. And then I have 2 paper packets for the experiments. So my big kids can each have the papers to write down their observations, to make charts, or to kind of do whatever is needed during our science experiments. So I have both of those so they can both participate. And then I did pick this up. I'm excited to give it a shot, and I will probably be making a dedicated video or review about it. So it's the 50 States Unit Study. Now I already had the book. I'll pop up a picture of what the book looks like. And so I didn't need the book. I just needed the instructor's guide. And it's perfect because this year I want to focus more on the states, state capitals. And that's not what this is. This is more of like, I believe this is more of a deep dive into kind of a state. So we could use it for Colorado state history, for instance. But I also want to be learning our states and states capitals. So those are half of my boxes. Like I said, the other boxes are me filling in for my twins. So the beautiful thing about Sonlight, which it shouldn't shock anybody, is the fact that all of this stuff is very reusable. It's all books, it's literature based. I'll save all of this for them when they are old enough, but there are some things you kind of have to fill in and make sure they are all set. And I just decided to pick up everything they would need from like level A to level D basically, because I now have level D, and so I want to make sure that I have everything and it doesn't go out of stock, because sometimes that can be a problem. Some of the activity sheets, they only carry maybe the last 3 years or something like that. So I didn't want to risk it. The other thing I did do after watching a video, I'll link it above it. It was a video that Sonlight recently put out talking about some of the new changes in this upcoming year. They're changing some of the science experiments, and I like putting them in different orders. So like the Discover and Do books are going to be different for, I believe, levels A through D or K through D. And so what that told me, if I understood it right, and even if I didn't, I'm fine. I just wanted to make sure I had what I needed to go with the experiment books that I have, which are the ones that are not updated in this new catalog. So what I did is I went ahead and I got all the kits for the ones I didn't have. So I have the kit for Science A, which they are doing next year, 2024, 2025. But I picked up Science D, Science C, yep, and Science B. So I picked up 3 experiment kits for my kindergartners. They're currently kindergartners as they work kind of through the levels of what I currently own. And I think that's just something to be cognizant of when you are ordering Sonlight, is to know what potentially won't match up. And yes, I could just get the new stuff, but I have not had any problems with any of the experiments thus far, and so I'm happy to keep what we have. So I'm just moving books. To pull out this last little box for my twins, I guess it's not all for them. This, a couple things on top that I just wanted to pick up, because we always use the 4-day, which I forgot to mention that when I was talking about my instructor's guides. I always use HBL 4-day. I have in the past used Science 5-day just because I love science. This year we're just trying 4-day just to keep it simple with the age of my kids. But where I was going with that is the fact that they have extra books, like the 5-day books. So in case you were ordering your HBL 5 days, that means you just get extra books. But some of them I didn't want to miss out on, and I've heard such good things. These 2 in particular when it comes to American history, and that's Pedro's Journal. So this is a voyage with Christopher Columbus. So it's told by like a cabin boy on the Santa Maria, and I feel like that will just make that time frame come alive, as well as this one, A Lion to Guard Us. Okay, I love Clyde Robert Beulah. There's been a number of books we've either read aloud or been readers, and so I couldn't pass up a Clyde Robert Beulah book, honestly. I think I'll make it a reader and maybe just swap out one or just have an extra reader. I'm not sure. Oh, and then I picked up Tabitha's Travels. So this is for Advent, and we did Jotham's Journey last year and loved it. We read the whole book, really enjoyed it. I was not as good with the crafts, and so instead of getting the whole Advent study, what I'm just gonna do is kind of reuse some of the crafts from last year, as well as the scriptures and things like that. And I just got a new story to be told about Tabitha this time. So I just picked that up just based on how I had already used that kit last year. And then I also picked up a couple of these things for my bigger kids. And so these are the famous figures of the American Revolution and famous figures of the Civil War. And these are kind of the puppets, basically. You cut them out and you use like those brads, I think they're called, those little hold fastener things, and you can put them all together and it has all the instructions. And I think both of my kids would really enjoy that. If not, my daughter gets them all and she'll be thrilled. So I got that. And then a few other things. I did get another set of book labels. Now hear me out. I don't need them for the books. What I get them for, to be honest, is these big labels on the top. These usually label, you put on that big blue binder so it sits on your shelf and you know what instructions are in there, right? And maybe I'll take a picture of this, but I also use these in kind of that front flap of the timeline books. And so it shows what stickers are in that book, for instance. And so as we go into the next level, I'll add another sticker, and then we know that this timeline book has HBL-K, A, B, C, and now D. And since I have 4 kids and there's only 4 big stickers, I need 5 big stickers. But they're $3 to buy the book labels. That was a big explanation, sorry, if you're not interested in that. But the other thing I did is, like I said, I was just trying to get them caught up with whatever they would need through HBL-D. So I got a lot of timeline figures. So I have timeline figures for my twins, for D, for B, for C. And because I already have the ones for A, I'm doing something unique with them for A, and I will explain that all when we get to curriculum season time when I share all of that. But I already had the figures for their upcoming year. These are literally for like 2 to 4 years in the future. Yes, I'm a planner, I guess that's apparent. And I also picked up extra science activity sheets. And so how this works is these are really the only consumable part of the science program, other than the kits, which I already showed you. They're on the floor over here. So when I'm thinking about what my twins will need in the future, it's just these activity sheets. And I picked up only 1 copy of B and C, so Science B and Science C, only because at these ages, we write them together, we work together. I picked up 2 copies of D because I've already explained D is my plan for starting to have them do it a little bit more on their own, potentially. I'm not sure exactly how it's gonna go, but I wanted to make sure I had stuff for them when they need it. So now we're all totally covered on science for the next number of years for my 6-year-olds. That was the last of that box. And then what I have left in here is the paper packets for Science B and Science C. And I realized I might have just gotten 2 Science D, 1 for the twins. Actually, I think that's what I was planning on doing. And then I was going to have the big kids either work together or work out of the book. So yes, I realized that is a lot of things, especially these last 2 boxes where it's kind of me trying to think about the future, but I prefer that. I know that they are totally set now for their Sonlight, and I think I waited for a bit to do that until I was like, for sure, but you guys, I'm for sure. There's no reason I would do anything but these levels for my twins going forward. So anyway, that is what I have. My gosh, I'm surrounded by so many wonderful resources, and now I get to go put them all on my shelves, and I am so excited to do that and to put together my big blue binder for next year. And honestly, this is a lot of our curriculum, but I do have more. So my next video will be the rest of our curriculum for the year. But yes, that is what I have for today's video, looking at all of our wonderful Sonlight materials. And thank you again to Sonlight for sending these my way. I always appreciate it. But you guys, if you like this kind of video, which why wouldn't you? It's like new curriculum. But if you like it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you want to. And otherwise, you guys, I'll see you in the next video. All right, take care. Bye.